Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers versus Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
On first down, Purdy. And right away, he lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Purdy now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Purdy looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps them move the sticks. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy, he'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a man born here in California, Joe Mixon, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The numbers for Mixon last week: 15 carries, 74 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Play action. It's Burrow. On the move to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 30 on second down. Purdy, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you...
Now Burrow loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. First down. Here's Burrow. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase from 21 yards away. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy to throw it on first down. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Purdy will look to throw again here. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Odell Beckham, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we'll wrap up the weekend with a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Here we go.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Mixon with a first down carry.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
A give up the middle to Evans.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun on third down is Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll give it to Mixon. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now Burrow. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. McPherson's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17 to 7.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Purdy off the play fake. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17 to 10. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. It's Mixon on the counter.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Mixon. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now the Niners down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Purdy to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Here's Purdy.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with the touchdown reception.
So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk about playing a night game, they're closer to being sleepy because of East Coast time with their bodies when you're kicking off to play the game. So that's a real big accomplishment for them to get that done. The flip side, too, is traveling home in the old days, you had to wait to get the video for your next game. You had all those. So you were really a day behind. Now the video's on their computers as they get on the plane to head back, so they can get a lot of work done on the plane while they celebrate.
It's going to be a long red eye, but as you said, a celebratory red eye back home. So for Cincinnati,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll